Hi friends, this is Rajat here. I'm here at my studio in James Bay, and today I'll be doing a painting demonstration. I'll keep this relatively short. I'll probably break down the entire painting into 4 videos. So today would be the first part of the 4 videos. Today we are going to be learning how to develop a concept and how important a concept is before you start to paint, and how I generally sketch out like a loose abstract design of that concept before I go in. And I'm going to be showing you what I'll be doing. So this is a photo which I took in Brentwood Bay. So here I'm gonna be, so my idea here is to capture the light, and it's coming in from the east, which is on the left side, and it's hitting this trees, and it's creating these beautiful shadows and going back in the bush. So my idea here is to capture the way this scene is lit up, and also to see how the shadows help the lights to pop out. Okay, I won't be able to show you this photo beside my canvas, so here and there I'll probably take it out and see how far we are from the actual idea as to what we're trying to do. Okay, so I think I have here maybe a 9x12 canvas. It's a panel, a canvas on panel, and this is my palette. I usually have all my cools here and all my warms on this side, and these are my neutrals. And a few of my brushes, 2 oils. I'll be using the Alkyd walnut oil. Okay, and this is some work which I've been doing here in the studio. Okay, alright, let us get this started. If you have any questions, you can drop a comment, and probably I'll get back to it in the next video or so. Okay, I hope this should be close. Yep, okay. Okay, let's see. So as I said, once you have like a solid idea as to what you're looking for in the painting, it makes it so much easier to dive into initially, instead of just working into areas which is like not important at all. You can have so many ideas in one scene, but that one motif which really inspires you is what you need to have it on canvas. Okay, so let's see. So here I'm gonna have some the trail leads in like this. Here we saw how the foliage of the tree almost covers the entire foreground. this is way different from illustration work, because here you're not trying to draw two objects. That feels a little bit separated from everything else surrounding it. But in nature, when you just look out, things are not separate. They have more of like a uniform continuum. So this is what I'll be trying to emphasize a lot in these videos, as to not to see objects as separate entities, but to have general overall shapes, loose abstract shapes for everything, and then with just few subtleties to bring in your a hint of what it seems to indicate. If it's a bush, just try to develop some form around it, and we'll talk more about it once I get to that stage. But okay, and our horizon was somewhere here. So yeah, something like that. And I have this mountain coming up somewhere here. Okay, so I just laid out the foliage across. So now I'll probably get in my darks, the darkest dark, and start off from there towards my lights. So I would have my darkest darks, which would be like the areas where light doesn't bounce off, versus the highly lit objects where everything starts to bounce, and it almost gives the color of the light itself instead of the light of, or the color of the object what it's hitting. So okay, good. Just gonna change my brush. Something. Okay, so let's see. So I'm just going to get in some darks here. Okay, something like that. Just the indication of where the branches would show up, that would be here. Here. And some here. Okay. And so here what I've, so these are like my darkest darks. Nothing else is darker than these. So the light hitting from here, it would first light up these branches here, and then it would go in the shadow side. But the shadow still has some light coming in, like from the light bouncing off from the surroundings. But as it goes towards the ground, the light bouncing off from the surroundings gradually decreases and almost goes to nil at the very bottom. So that's what I've done at this moment. So now I'm going to go with these areas where the light is getting bounced back and forth from the surroundings and not from directly from the source. I use a very big brush because it avoids me going into the details from the very start. You always go with a bigger brush than what you feel you need for the job, and you'll never go into details from the start. This is, I think, maybe a number 8 brush. So if you see, I'm just drawing some loose abstract shape of this tree foliage. Some trees here. Now here comes the shadow region. Shadow is really slightly warm and blue in color. So this is what I see here. here I have some bush, more bush regions here, so I'm just gonna make a general shape of it. I'm not gonna go into the this is the vertical bush. It's lit up here. Something like that. Okay, so now let's see. I'm gonna get some really rough cloud shapes here. Let's put in the just some general shapes of clouds. These are the ones that are in shadow, so I'm gonna come back in and later do some highlights of that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now I'm probably going and do some lights. And this is gonna really tell us how far we are from our concept and what you need to get back to, because the way I generally my concepts are generally the way the objects are lit up, so I really get attracted to scenes which have very strong lighting. A little bit more. There we go. Just gonna So this way of painting is really freeing. Like it's like you're not bound to like learn how trees look like and how a flower is supposed to look like. It just frees you from all the rules of how things are supposed to look like, and just focuses on abstract shapes and designs, which are really what painting is all about. Okay. Okay. Now we see how things are looking up, and probably I'll end this session by just highlighting this road. Okay, I don't know where we were on this, but it looks like the video was paused for a while. I'm not sure why, but I don't know where I left off, but I'll have a look. But yeah, so this is the general shape of what I have here. So so I have this foliage of a tree, the shadows coming in, and just some lights on this tree and on this pathway and this bush here. So those are like really my pointers in a way. And then I'm gonna, everything else is secondary because I can really do as little as I want for the surroundings and just go in and develop my concept, which is like really my how the foreground is lit up. So in the next video we're gonna work more on this idea and try to make more progress. Okay, all right. Okay, I hope you guys had a good time. I'll probably do more of these small videos of different landscapes after this one is done, and so that you'll see how you can relate to things. And I would really recommend you to like just go out or take a scene in your house and just try to sketch like loose abstract shapes without going into any details, and see if you can make a good design out of it. Okay, all right, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Oh, bye bye.